Today I am going to go over the cell connection Edgewood at Elm Place activity. So first of all, this activity will be done completely in school. It will not be assigned as any homework. You will also all do an individual activity. This is not a group project, though you can brainstorm with one another. Some of you might have similar connections. That is okay, but everybody will create an end product. Your task. Each cell organelle has a specific role or duty that plays an important part in allowing us to maintain our day-to-day activities. Edgewood at Elm Place is similar to a cell in its structure and function. So number one, we're going to imagine that the entire Edgewood at Elm Place property, the building itself, this is an aerial view, there's the building, the parking lots, which are right here on Elm Place. We also have some over here at Indian Trail and some over here in the actual Elm Place lot. We have our fields, which we use for recess and sometimes PE, and are that of the entire cell itself. We're not going to decipher if it's a plant or an animal cell. We're just going to be making connections between the task of what the cell organelle does and to either a person here at Edgewood, a group of people, a classroom, a class itself, or some sort of object or thing. So basically the entire Elm Place at Edgewood, including parking lots and the field, will be considered the cell. All right, how will you be graded and how can you earn your grade? So you actually, yes, believe it or not, get to select the grade that you want to earn. So this really does make sense if you think about it, that the more effort you put into something, the more you should get the payoff, whether that be actually pay as in money when you get older and have a job, or as a student, that your letter grade should be earned higher than those that do not put in a lot of effort. Points can be deducted if requirements are not met. We'll go over the requirements shortly. So total of this activity is 30 points. So if you want to earn a 30 out of 30, please remember that's kind of the grade I start you from, and then based on requirements, if they're there or not, I will deduct points. You will need to select 10 organelles of your choice from the list below in section 2B. We'll go over the organelles in just a moment. There are more organelles than needed. If you want to earn an A-, you will have to do 9 organelles, a B+, 8 organelles of your choice, a B, 7 organelles, and a B-, 6 organelles. You have to do a minimum of 6 organelles. You cannot do anything lower than that. You have to do at least 6. So the cell organelle choices, I believe there's 14 in total. So if you're going for an A, there's 4 of them you will not choose. These include the cell membrane, the nuclear membrane, the cytoplasm, vacuole, ribosomes, chromosomes, lysosomes, nucleus, cell wall, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, the Golgi, the chloroplast, and the chromatid. Let's just assume that the chromosomes are already in the nucleus when you get to your connections. I'll explain shortly. So once again, for those of you that are striving for that A, 4 of these organelles you're gonna say, nope, I'm not gonna make a connection to. All right, how does this work? Complete the brainstorming sheet prior to starting your Google presentation. I will share that with you in a moment. Share your Google presentation with me. To make this short, easy, and efficient, we will be making a Google presentation, or as some of you know, Google Slides. You can develop as many slides as you need to communicate the requirements to me. I will show you some end products shortly. On one slide, you will need to name the cell organelle and the cell connection. So remember that you're trying to think about, okay, let's say I chose the nucleus. What here at Edgewood at Elm Place would represent the nucleus? Is it a person? Is it a specific place or classroom or class? Or is it a thing? Anything can be possible as long as you make that connection. Include a photograph drawing of the Edgewood cell connection. Photographs are going to be taken using your iPads. Staff photographs may be taken using the picture outside each staff member's door. You probably noticed when you entered their classrooms, there's a picture of each of us. And then number 3, 2, 3, or 4 sentences, how the cell organelle connects Edgewood, person, place, or thing. How are they similar? Do not start with the cell membrane is like the badge system because, and I'm thinking about each of us has a specific badge that we wear that allows us to get into the building. Let's try not to start with that. That's kind of boring, not really exciting. Sentence starters. Some great sentence starters, and then I'll debrief into each section, is like, did you know, like phrase a question, that the badge system is the cell membrane. Edgewood's badge system is the cell membrane. Check out the badge system. Here's one of my examples. It's probably a little bit more elaborate than maybe what you need to type. Enjoy the beauty of the bowl area by the cafeteria. That's right underneath the tent. The relaxing sun provides growth for various plants that are in this area. Students can also power up by getting some vitamin D throughout the day or lunch here. So I didn't say I connected it to chloroplasts, though you can, but you can see that here you can definitely get a lot of chlorophyll for photosynthesis. And then last but not least, describe what would happen to Edgewood if this cell organelle was not present. You can make a statement, prediction, or situation. So let's say that you decide the nucleus is Mr. Candela. Great choice. What would happen if we no longer had a principal / Mr. Candela in the building? Or you can describe a situation like a safety concern or something with a student or a teacher. Okay. So let me go over this first. So the first thing that you're gonna do is on the back of your packet, this is the brainstorming sheet. So everybody's gonna do the brainstorming sheet. You're gonna put your goal, what letter grade you want to earn, an A through a B minus. And then remember, if you're going for that A, you're gonna do 10 of them. Obviously, each letter grade down, you will not do 10, 9, and then 8, 7, and then 6 is the minimum. So you're gonna write the organelles that you wanna make a connection to. Brief overview of what the organelle does. So that's your life science concept term sheet. Please don't write the whole definition. So for like nucleus, you could just write down controls everything or brain of the cell. And then let's say you think Mr. Candela is a good choice, or maybe you think the main office is a good choice. You would write it here. Then your next organelle, briefly what it does in the person, place, or thing that it would best connect to. That's where we're gonna start today. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start helping you with your sentence connections, the predictions, and then the photographs. There are tons of photographs that I actually did take outside of school because you have to stay in the building to take these photographs. We'll explain the procedures for that. But you will have to stay in the building. So if it's outside, don't worry, I hopefully took it. If not, I can take the picture for you. So let me show you right now, as I end this video, just some kind of end results of the product, and then we'll get to our first task today, which is the brainstorming sheet, and then answering any questions that you might have after I show you kind of some of the end products.